Tonight, a senior serving police officer alleges the Catholic Church covers up crimes of paedophile priests, silences investigations and destroys crucial evidence to avoid prosecutions. Detective Chief Inspector Peter Fox has spent more than 30 years as an investigator and has been at the centre of major police operations in the Newcastle-Hunter area of New South Wales. He's written a letter to the Premier Barry O'Farrell calling for a royal commission. Mirroring police evidence given to the Victorian inquiry, he says in his letter, many police are frustrated by this sinister behaviour, which will continue until someone stops it. Well, coming up in our interview tonight, Peter Fox will reveal much more of what he describes as a network protecting paedophile priests. First, this report by Suzanne Smith.
Detective Chief Inspector Peter Fox spoke at a rally of victims and their families in Newcastle last September.
I've been in the police force 34 years. I'm not a kid that just joined yesterday. I've been involved in investigating the clergy for about 20 of those. There are very good reasons, let me tell you, that we need a royal commission.
To understand the enormity of the abuse in this one small area of New South Wales, you need only to look at the statistics for the Newcastle-Maitland diocese. Newcastle-Maitland has 400 known victims of child sexual abuse by clergy. 11 clergy have been charged and convicted since 1995. 6 Catholic teachers have been convicted, 3 priests on trial at the moment. For the first time ever, a priest was charged with concealing the crimes of another. 12 priests involved in substantial compensation claims, and it had the highest known compensation payout to a victim, the amount of $3 million. And today, 2 police strike forces are investigating whether church officials were involved in covering up crimes. Not all the clergy are fully cooperating with police, but the Premier Barry O'Farrell has repeatedly said the police have the investigation under control.
I'm not interested in a made-for-TV moment announcing a royal commission. I'm interested in getting people to pay the penalty of the abuse of children, the taking from young people their future.
But Peter Fox believes police prosecutions on their own cannot deal with the church structures and systems for reporting abuse.
I don't accept Mr O'Farrell's comment that the police force has it all under control.
Peter Fox was responsible for the conviction of the paedophile priest, Father Jim Fletcher. In 2003, the New South Wales Ombudsman launched an investigation after a victim's mother complained about why Father Fletcher had not been stood down by the church and removed from contact with children during the police investigation. The New South Wales Ombudsman's Office produced a report in 2004 that was highly critical of the Catholic Church's reporting systems. The Catholic Church received a copy of that report, but the victim's mother did not. Peter Fox is calling on the Ombudsman's Office to release that report to the public in the interests of transparency. A spokeswoman for the Ombudsman says the report cannot be released due to privacy provisions in the Act. Peter Fox also encountered alleged serious issues of cover-up in his investigation of Father Dennis McAlinden. The priest had arrived in Australia from Ireland in 1949, and for 4 decades he was transferred from parish to parish, and even outside Australia to New Zealand, Papua New Guinea and the United Kingdom. The New South Wales Department of Public Prosecutions is now looking at whether McAlinden's crimes were covered up by 3 senior members of the clergy, including the General Secretary of the Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference, Brian Lucas, the Archbishop of Adelaide, Philip Wilson, and former Bishop of Newcastle, Michael Malone. Detective Chief Inspector Peter Fox was in the middle of investigating this matter in 2010 when he was directed to hand over all his evidence to other officers, including a statement from a critical witness.
I sat down with that woman, I think, for about 7 3-4-hour sessions and typed up a statement. And let me tell you, it's explosive. And the material I put together, and finally when I did contact the police department, I was directed to hand that statement over to other people, to cease my investigations on that matter, and to hand over other documents.
Lateline asked New South Wales Premier Barry O'Farrell for a specific response to Peter Fox's letter to him. His spokesman released this statement.
Police investigations are ongoing and he won't interfere with that. The best result is successful prosecutions, and no one should keep these offences secret.
Suzanne Smith, Lateline.